real nice squiggly line.
That's all I need.
Okay,
I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay, go ahead. I'll get to this in a minute. Each one of us in this classroom are in a position to really influence people. We have a supervisor back here in Ken. We got 2 shift leads in Tyler and Ryan. What's that mean? Power of influence. That means we have the ability to affect people in training and helping them to succeed. Ken, you talked about coaching. That is a powerful spot to influence young kids clear up to the high school level like you talked about. Gerardo, you was talking about how when you was in high school yesterday, you had to take a step back, had to start encouraging teammates, helping them, influencing them, constantly reassuring them, hey, you're great. Keep going, keep going. So, why is it as a human, it's powerful to influence? It just is. I mean, all of us are trying to get better, right? At each thing that we do. We're always striving to get better, always trying to improve. When I was 18 years old, I had just graduated from a vocational school in a little place in Zanesville, Ohio. And I started college. My dad never had a high school education, so his dream for me was to get a college education. That was my dad's dream. So I go into college. I come out of an HVAC program, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. I loved wiring up furnaces. That was my favorite thing to do. And that's what I thought I was getting into, was wiring up furnaces or wiring that stuff up. But I chose electrical engineering. So I'm in my first class. It's an electrical engineering fundamentals class. And I see that. So after the class, I go up to the instructor and I said, "Sir, what's the little 2 up above the 4? And he said, "Son, I think you might have chosen the wrong career path." Killed all confidence that I had. I go home and I tell my dad that. I said, "Dad, I think I'm going to go with law enforcement now. I have no clue what they're talking about," and I showed him the example. He said, "No son of mine is going to be a quitter." And he pounded me in the chest. So I said, "Okay." So I go back and I talk to the professor and I tell him the situation. I said, "I don't know if I can do this." And a professor by the name of Jim Davis there at Zane State, he said, "Son, we're going to get you through it. Don't worry about it. We'll put you in pre-algebra classes. We'll have you up to speed." So from there, pre-algebra, I got a D. But every quarter, he was with me. He was stepping with me. He was guiding me along. He was making sure that I was improving. He was checking on me. He was training me. He was molding me. I went from 4 square to getting an A in calculus in college. That's 1 year. That's 4 quarters. You went from 4 square to get an A in calculus? Nobody's stupid. Nobody's stupid. It's all about how we can all influence each other. So when you have the power that you do as a supervisor, as trainers, as mentors, always remember 4 square. What questions do you have? Gerardo.
Along your way there, did you notice yourself learning and picking up on the information from the motivation that your father and your teachers gave you?
Yes, my self-confidence was going sky high. Once I realized that I wasn't stupid, that I just didn't have guidance or the motivation in high school, and I could actually pick it up, that's what motivated me. That's what kept me going. That's what got me through college. Yes, sir. Steve.
I want to beat Melissa to this because it's not a question. Damn, that was good. That was fantastic. I mean, that was emotional. Got me tearing up.
Oh my God.
Derek.
What training or coaching techniques did that professor do to help you that really are stuck in your head, and carried along with you through your career and your life decisions?
He explained things simple. He kept things simple for me. He didn't say you're stupid or you're dumb or didn't degrade me. He just worked with me where I was at that point in time. And he worked with me. He'd always follow up, see where I was at. He'd follow up with other professors to see where I was at. He genuinely cared about me. And that was amazing. Until this day, he's still a great friend of mine. He actually went to Corpus Christi and visited me when I was down there, him and his wife. Just amazing people. And so I really truly believe in the power of influence. Any other questions? Well,
just thinking to the future, how would you look for signs that someone would need motivation to receive?
look for some. What was your
Look
question?
for the signs that someone could need help,
Oh,
motivation like you received.
well, I think it's all. Some people might be embarrassed to just come out and say, "I need help." It might be how they are, if they have a look of dejection or frustration, you might be able to tell that. And so you might just be able to nonchalantly just go up and just, away from everybody and say, "How did you understand that material? Is there anything I can do to help?" We're teaching adults, so they don't want to be made to look stupid. They don't want to look like an idiot. And like Stanley was talking about, if you put them on the spot and they don't know the answer to the question, they're going to shut down on you. They're going to draw back. They're not going to want to continue on. So I guess that's the main thing I would look at. Great question.
Well, the reason I asked that is ran across a fellow that couldn't read.
And if somebody's in that situation, they don't want to be made to feel stupid. It's just somebody just probably didn't mentor them up or have an
Well,
influence.
orally, he could just rattle right off, but it took a little while to recognize he couldn't read, but I wasn't in a situation to help. Another location a long way away. I always felt could have done more.
Good point. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Did you use this same patience and same technique on Jim down at the BBC?
He tested every bit of patience I had. Thank you all.
Good job.
Thanks.